morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Thank you so much for returning to my channel. If you are a returning viewer or one of my amazing subscribers. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, and I hope to see you more. I hope and pray that everyone is having a blessed day, a blessed week, a blessed month, and a blessed year. Excuse me. So listen, people, I like to do my introduction and just dive right into it. I'm going to do a very, very short video here on something that I think, a question that I think that is very, very important. And I haven't seen really anybody talking about it, like even on some of the dating shows and everything, where they're asking people about what it is that they want of a person. And that is the question: if you're thinking about marriage, or you're getting in a relationship to work on marriage, or even if you're in a marriage, I think the most important question that you should ask yourself is, would you marry yourself? Or would you be happy staying in a marriage with yourself? If you were yourself as you are, and you was looking at yourself to marry, would you say, I would like to marry that person? That person is an amazing person to be in a relationship with, in a partnership with, in a marriage with, to be with for to death do us part. Would you want to stay in a marriage with a person like you? Like everything about you, who you are, your characteristics, how you treat people, how you treat not just people outside of the four walls you live in, but how you treat the people in the four walls that you live in. Would you want to marry that person? Would you want to be in a relationship with that person? Would you want to stay married to that person? And I know a lot of people are saying, well, of course, people want to be married to themselves. People, love themselves. That's a question to be examined. Because if you see how some people treat themselves, if we're honest, we must admit that a lot of people don't treat themselves like they love themselves. Therefore, that's going to be a reflection on how they treat other people, of course. Also, people would say that, of course, someone would want to marry themselves because, everybody thinks that they're great. That may be true. However, in order for you to dig deeper and really understand what this question is about, you need to really, really look at, if you were the other person and you were treating your spouse or your potential spouse, person that you're in a relationship with for potentially a marriage, with the way that you're treating them, would you accept that? Whatever it is that you're doing, if you're cheating on them, if you're mentally, emotionally, verbally, or physically abusing them, would you stay with that person? Would you want to marry that person? This is the question that everybody needs to answer. And from what I've seen, most people, no, they wouldn't. And if you can say no, then that right there lets you know that you have work to do. If you cannot honestly say that I would marry myself, like who it is that you are, the person that you are, that you would marry yourself, then you have work to do on you before you try to get in a relationship, get in a marriage, or if you're in a marriage, you need to make some adjustments to save your marriage. Because if you can say, I would not stay with me, then your spouse is headed down that road to file for divorce. Whether it be this year, next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. All I'm telling you is that's going to happen. If you can honestly say, I would not stay in a marriage with me. And I've heard this say many a times by men, older men, that my wife put up with things that I wouldn't have put up with. She went through a lot of stuff. You have a lot of older men, after their wives, many wives have passed on, talk about how he put her through a lot and she stayed there with him. And they brag about it as if it's like some kind of grand thing that they did. You know, I don't even think that they even get the essence of what it is that they're saying about how they really did their wives wrong and she stayed with them to death. So anyways, people, I didn't want to make this really long. I just thought that it's a very, very important question that people should think about. You know, would you marry yourself, or would you stay in a marriage with yourself? If you were doing to the person that you're with, if the person that you're in a relationship with, the person that you're headed towards marriage with, or you're thinking about marriage, would you marry that person? Or if you're already married, would you stay with the person you're married to? And I know some of you like probably thinking, well, I don't really care. You know, if my wife or husband stays with me and I'm abusing them in some form, and you know, I can get 10 more years out of it, then I'm okay with that. I promise you, you're not. You're not. I promise you, excuse me, this cold weather, it's not, anyways, you're not happy with dealing with being in a marriage 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and the person that you were married to was forced to file for divorce to literally save their life because of the mental torment that has been going on that's stressed them out to the point that it has started to affect them physically. So anyways, people, I hope that this video helps someone, and listen, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.